Good morning, children. So, first evaluation over. Welcome back for the second evaluation. So, today we will be starting with the first chapter, and it is an interesting chapter. Okay, it deals with the games. Wow, like outdoor games, which is most important. Okay, now there are many games played in India, all over the world. You must be knowing so many games are there, right? Like many games, so we don't even know they are played, and because they are their local games which are being played in different countries. In India, do you know which games are played and which games are very much followed? Yeah, I know. Boys, as usual, very much interested in cricket. Even I am very much interested in cricket. Cricket is my favorite game. So there are many other games also which we don't even know, like hockey. Do you know hockey? So you must be knowing about hockey. Uh, that this is one of the most. This is our local game which is played in India. Then there are other different games too, outdoor games too, which are played and enjoyed in India. They are played as competitions also. So today we will be learning about one local game which is played in India. Very interesting game. We enjoy. If we were in school, I would have told you to go out and play this game. But as we all are sitting at home doing like because of this situation, so we'll just learn verbally, we'll just learn the bookish knowledge about this game. Once everything is fine, we go out, we can play this game. Okay, so now today we will be starting with our chapter 10, that is Hututu Hututu. Now, Hututu Hututu is a game. I'll be telling which game it is, okay? Played in India. Let us explore this game. Let us know about this game, okay? Very interesting game, okay? Hututu Hututu, Hututu Hututu, out, out. All the girls on one side shouted loudly. Hututu Hututu, Hututu, hold from here. Hututu Hututu, hold from the leg, hold her leg. Hututu, Hututu, Vasudha, you come here, you hold her from here. Hey, make sure that Shamala's hand does not touch the line. Hold her hand. Hututu, Hututu. Oh, she has touched. She has touched it. Out, out, out. All out. Ho, ho, ho. Your team is all out. Now, this is what I have read is going on. The game is being played, and this is the conversation going on during the game. Okay, now let us see what they were doing and what they were playing. Now, this is a picture of the game which they were playing. Okay, let us start now. Now, what are these girls doing? What are these girls doing? They are shouting out, out, out. It is clear that they are playing a game. Okay. What do you call this game? Cheddu guddu, hututu, chu, kit kit, hadudu, or kabaddi, or something else. Now, this game is commonly in India known as kabaddi. Okay, and the name of these of the game in different parts of India are known by their own local language. Okay, when six girls surrounded Shamala and caught her, everyone thought that she was out. Somebody caught her legs and somebody her arms. Now this is between two teams going on. Okay, one girl is there, and I will explain you the game in the next slide how it is played. Okay, now what happened? This girl is there and she's trying to out everyone. So everyone is shouting that catch her hand, catch her leg, or whatever it is. And somebody her arms, while one girl caught her by the waist. Now everyone has caught her tightly. Someone has caught her hand, someone has caught her waist, someone has caught her legs. Everyone is doing their own part. But Shamala was not the one to give up, but she was very strong. She never wanted to give up. Okay, she dragged herself and managed to touch the line in the center. Okay, so she was very strong and she managed to go to that line and touch it. When Shamala touched the line, all the girls of the opposite team were holding her. So all of them got out. But Rosie argued that Shamala had taken a breath in between, so the team was not out. Shamala insisted that this was not time. True, sorry. She said that if she had taken a breath, why did the girls keep holding her? There was a big argument. Argument means discussion, okay? Finally, Shamala won. Now, this is a game. Now, let us see what is this game and what does the field look like when this game is being played. Now you can see this is the area, or this is the field where they are playing. There are usually two teams, one team one side and the other team other side. Okay, now then what happens? From one team, only one contestant, okay, goes to the other team. And this, you can see this middle line, white color middle line. So this is the white color middle line where they have to touch. Now when they have to touch, see the girl from this team, when she goes to this team, okay, the other team members try to stop her. They don't want that girl to go back to their own team. And the girl who has come to this side, okay, will try to touch the girls, other girls, whoever the girls are, whoever the team members are of the other side. And once she has touched, maybe she has touched 2 or 3 members, okay, and if she touches and goes back to their team, or if she touches the middle white line, okay, after touching the team members, then those team members whom she has touched are out. So this is what the game is. Okay, now when this game is played, I know you must have played this game. I am not saying that you have not never played this game, but these are the rules which they have to follow when they are playing this game. Okay, if the girl from this team does not manage to go back to their own team members or touch the middle line, then what happens? And if the other team members, they got hold of her and she is there only, then she gets out. So this is what happens in this kabaddi game. This is one of the oldest game maybe played in India. From many years they are playing in India. But the irony of India was that these games, these rough, see in these games, what happens? The girls have to girls have to catch hold of everyone, or they have to run, they have to fight for themselves. So such type of rough games were never meant for girls in India. These games are played in India, but and were played in India, but they were only for men, not for women. After many years of the struggle, girls started playing this game. Okay, so this is what is kabaddi. This is the field of the kabaddi, and this is what are the rules of kabaddi, and this is how the game is being played. Okay, now the next page you have those questions. Okay, when you play kabaddi, how many players do you have in a team? There are 12 players. Okay, so in kabaddi game each team has 12 players. Okay, how many players got out when Shyamala touched the line? 6 players had surrounded Shyamala, so all of them got out when she touched the white line. Do you have ways to resolve disputes in games? See, there in all the games, this is very important thing that we have to remember is you should be always having that sportsman spirit. What is called sportsman spirit? Sportsman spirit is that quality when sometimes there are sometimes what happens, maybe we are right, okay, and the other team is wrong, so you should know how to put that point. Every time fighting will never resolve anything. And in sports, fighting is zero. You should never fight in sports because in sports, it is a game, it is a fun, it is fun, it is enjoyment. So, fighting there will will kill the environment or kill that, you know, enthusiasm or excitement of the game. So we don't want that to happen. So this is very important at that time. How should we react or what should be done? So for that only there is a referee, a person who is there, who is watching both the sides, and then he or she decides whether whatever they are saying, whoever is saying, is right or wrong, which team is right or which person is right, which person is wrong, what has happened. You must have all seen in cricket there is always a third umpire. Okay, why? Before it used to happen when the umpire on the ground, sometimes he miss out so many things, right? So because of that this third umpire was introduced in cricket. But here what happens, there should always be a person. So referees are there, they are known as referees. Okay, the person who is there. Do you have ways to resolve disputes in game? Yes, we always listen to our sports teacher to resolve disputes. Obviously we go to the teacher. In school what we do, we usually go to the teacher, whoever the teacher in charge is. We go and then we talk to them, and obviously they are the right person who will guide you or who will tell you what is right and what is wrong, and you all listen to them because you know that they cannot take any wrong decision. So we have to always play this game with sportsman spirit and with full energy, with good spirit and positive thing. Okay, the game of kabaddi. So this is what the game of kabaddi is like: pushing and pulling, screaming and shouting, dragging and falling. I told you this is type of rough game. Okay, on the ground it is a rough game, yet it has many rules. It is lot of fun and lots of exercise. Holding your breath while running and continuously saying kabaddi kabaddi. This is also one of the rule, that when one contestant is going to the other side, that contestant should continuously say kabaddi 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 or hututu hututu. If they are saying hututu, then also it is okay. If they are saying kabaddi kabaddi, then also it is okay, because continuously till that person or till that contestant comes back to their team, he or she is not allowed to stop saying this kabaddi or hututu. If for 1 second also if that person stops, then that person is out. And also trying to touch the players of the opposite team. So many things to do in kabaddi. You can do this as long as you hold your breath. Okay, So it is difficult. When you're running, you cannot speak, and when you're speaking, you cannot run. So this both the things you have to manage in this game. It is very difficult game. Now we should always understand what we can do and what we cannot do. There are many things which is there in the game which we have to take care of. Okay, now you need to use both your body and mind in this game. You have to use your strength to pull or stop the players. At the same time, you have to think about how to enter the other side. You have to decide whom to touch quickly and come back. If you get caught, how do you reach the line in the center? Okay, so these are the things that you have to remember and keep in mind. Now, if you don't do this, then it is very difficult to survive in this game. So take care of these rules and regulation. Every game has rules and regulations, so you should always take care of it, whatever it is. Now, if you don't take care of these rules and regulations, then again you can be in trouble. Now, this is very important to note that if you are not playing properly, so it is wrong on your part. Okay. Now, next time when you play kabaddi, focus your attention on your legs, arms, and eyes. You will notice that good coordination is required between eyes, legs, and arms. Now, page number 80, you have those questions. So I'll be calling out the answers and questions. Okay. First, what does it mean to be out in games? When does one gets out in kabaddi? To be out in a game means that out player will not be allowed to continue to play in the game for the time being. There are three ways to get out in kabaddi. If he is stopped by the opposition player while on his move, if he touches opposition player and the opposition team could not stop him, if he loses his breath. Okay, so these are the three ways when you can get out in kabaddi. Now, if he is stopped by the opposition players while on his move, if he touches opposition player, then also. Okay, and the last is when he loses his breath. And the second question is, in some games it is very important to touch the player. For example, in the game of Kho, you get out when someone touches you. You also get your turn by someone's touch. Name some games in which it is very important to touch the players. Now it is arm wrestling, hide and seek, and pakadam pakadai. Now, second is, in kabaddi, the entire team was out because Shamla had touched the line. What are some other games in which the central line is very important? Central line is very important. In these games, central line is important, like cricket, football, hockey. What are the games in which besides the players, you have to touch some things or colors? Now, there are many different games played. Okay, here only I have mentioned one game. You can mention your own game if you play such type of games, like color, which color do you want? We play usually these games, right? So some things, there are games, these games, so we usually play locally. Okay, so now this is the type of game that we are playing. Now, so any other game, if it comes to your mind, you can write about it. Now, there are two types of games that we play usually in general. Okay, those are outdoor games and indoor games. Outdoor games are cricket, tennis, badminton, hockey. Indoor games are chess, ludo, carom board. Nowadays indoor games also include video games, which are the worst thing that you should play, but you play. Okay. uh, Keeping this situation or keeping this pandemic in mind, usually you all must be playing indoor games. And these games, again, playing games gives you some discipline. They make you discipline. They make you follow the rules, which is very important again in your future. So we should always play games, maybe outdoor or maybe indoor, because both the types of games have different kinds of rules and regulations, different kinds of players, different kinds of so many things are there in different games. So we learn those things, and it is good for us also. Okay, other part will be continued in the next session. Okay, thank you children.